Welcome back to Big Thoughts, Small Talks, Episode 2. Now, before I dive straight into this one, I want to let you know all these podcasts will be posted on Monday at 9 a.m. At the end of the first video, I set a different time. Erase that time out of your memory, 9 a.m. Monday. You can check us out on Twitter where that also has the information. And you can check us out on SoundCloud, Instagram. That will all be linked at the end of this video. Thanks for tuning in. And now we're going to jump right in. Before we jump in though, no, we're still going to jump in here. Now, if you watched the last video, many of you said, WTF, like what was going on? What is this guy filming? Okay, why there's no volume from that, and it's only me speaking, is I want to show you guys exactly what I'm doing every day. Now, when I thought in the best way, instead of filming myself and being like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I just let your imagination create where I'm at, what I'm doing, okay? So, that is a lot of where you're going to find out what I do and who I am, but I will speak on what I do because the podcast is named What I Do. Now, what I do is I'm a lifeguard at the YMCA and at the beach now that it's summer. I'm going to get very burnt, but then I'm going to get very tan. And that's kind of the thing of life. Pain before awesome. Future. What is my future? My future is I'm going to a technical school. I got my associate's degree, but now I'm going to a technical college for digital media technology. That's why I'm making this podcast. I do my podcast, I make videos, edit them on Adobe, and I also make music with Pro Tools and Fruity Loops, FL Studio 12, yeah. So that's all you'll know about me, because obviously in the video you'll see a lot of me on the computer. It's pretty much, that's all I do other than lifeguard. And I work out sometimes, like I said in the first video. Just sometimes. Now, I want us to turn this around on you, the listener. Now, I would love to see anyone listening to this, and before you listen to this one, if you have not listened to the first one, go to that. I'll link that right here. Pause in. Now, before we go any further, if you're watching these, please leave a comment and let's talk. Let's explain each other's journey and let's just do this together, right? I'd love to comment on anyone who's willing to post one down in the comments, and you know for sure hit that subscribe. Now, let's turn this on you guys. I want to ask you, what are you doing? Watching this video? Yes. Now watch every other video I post. No, I'm not speaking on that. I'm speaking on the daily. What are you doing, you know? I think a lot of times we have goals very far away, which is not bad. But the thing is we need to ask ourselves every day, what are we doing? And if what we're doing does not align with that, now I'm going to give us a few examples so you can see. I'm going to use the easiest. I want to be a hip hop artist. Now, every day I got to ask myself, what am I doing? Is it recording, making a beat, writing some lyrics, networking? Those are some of the things that you can be doing every day. Now, chilling and just kicking it, that don't count, right? That doesn't count. So many people are falsely thinking that they're working hard. Working hard is not tweeting, Instagram picking, or Snapchatting. Working hard. If you do that, then kudos to you if you're actually working hard. But it doesn't bug me since I don't use any of those for that use. But it bugs me in a sense. Let's move on from there, though, is we need to have our actions align with those goals. So I need to be writing every single day. For an hour? No, 4 hours you need to be putting into that dream. Now, this is for those dream reachers, right? If you're not dream reaching, you're probably not listening to this podcast. But if you are listening to this podcast and you're not dream reaching, that is okay. This is not for you, right? You are okay with doing what you're doing. But if you're spending 5 hours watching TV, 3 hours playing video games, 2 hours doing this, 1 hour doing that, taking opportunities to go places, spending money when you need to be saving for this and that, right? If I'm a 16-year-old and I want to be in college playing basketball to help pay for my education, right? Thinking future. What do I need to do every single day to get there? Playing NBA 2K? No, I don't think so. We need to be putting in 3,000 shots a day. Everybody wants to be LeBron, but what was LeBron doing? What was he doing? He was putting in shots every day. Now, many people want the success without the actual work. And that's the sad truth for America is a lot of people do not understand America. Everywhere that the work comes first, right? So my question to you is not only what are you doing, because what are you doing is going to result in sacrificing a lot of things, right? We have to sacrifice what we want. I want a good time. I want friends. I want tons of friends. I need few friends, right? We need to understand our wants from our needs because we will sacrifice for our wants if we don't understand what a need and a want is. But only you can decide a want from a need because I don't need the TV. I don't need to know what's going on the news. I don't even want to, I guess. But maybe you need to, or maybe you want to, right? Everybody has different wants and needs, but you need to understand and filter what is a want and what's a need because we need to sacrifice for those needs, right? Future goals and future needs are real important, and those are the things that we most likely need to sacrifice for. Now, many times we get caught in the sacrificing of our current things, right? For future things, and many people say that's hard, and I understand it is, but until we realize that we're 20, we're even 28 maybe, we're 30 even, I can't speak on that, we're 15, 16, but there's so many years left, right? We can completely change what we're doing now to what we're doing tomorrow and continue that for years and years until we get to where we want to be, right? Now, this is apart from only success in jobs and fields like that. This even goes to personal success, right? What am I doing to lose my temper? What am I doing to gain more patience? What am I doing to be more kinder, right? And now this all goes back to self-awareness, right? Where we need to understand, hey, I can take a step out of myself and understand, hey, you got some issues, bro. Like just saying that always makes me understand, hey, I can improve, right? We're not the machine that's the best machine around, right? We're like the tool in the box, right? We always can be better, right? We could always be bigger. We could always do more functions, right? We need to look at ourselves so and understand that, or why would we ever change if we think we're the best, right? I'm never going to practice extra hard if I already believe I got the sauce. I'm not going to go to the rink for 4 hours if I know I got the moves, right? But I need to understand, hey, there's guys out there that are better. There's people that are going to school me when I get up to the big stages. And I either understand that now and completely switch. 0 to 1, guys. It's 0 to 1. Black and white. One day you're this, the next day you're that, and you're continuing it, right? You understand now, hey, I got to put in that work. What I'm doing today, and if that lasts for a year, is going to affect completely what I'm doing in 15, 10 years, right? You need to live in the present, be content where you're at, but always be understanding that what I'm doing is not for today, but for the future, right? And that is where we need to place our goods, right? Because if we place all of our treasures in the present, they'll be gone in those years, right? 10, 15 years. And that's what you see many people do with their lives, right? They kind of just grab everything in right away, right? They'll go hang out with as many, date as many chicks right away, do everything as much as they can when they're young, And it's like you get to 35, 40, you got nothing left. No money, no ambition, no motivation. You didn't have any before, but still, you're stuck. And the thing is you're young still. If you're not young listening to this, I'm sorry. You can switch though. You always can change, but still you're young. You got a lot of time to change everything about yourself. Now, the story that I love. Now, this is a little bit off what I'm doing. Quick coffee drink. Everybody sip. Oh, by the way, I'm hoping everybody's going to have a kick butt Monday. Let's dive back into this. Now, there's a story. There's two sons, both have an alcoholic father, right? One son says he's an alcoholic because of his father, right? The other one says he's a pastor because of his father. Now, that is all about life, right? What are we doing? Because that guy that became the pastor, or maybe not a pastor, maybe a carpenter who's been sober, but still, what he had to do was overcome a huge obstacle, right? He had to break a pattern. And I want to ask you today, are you ready to break the pattern? So many of us are stuck in patterns that we can break, that are there to be broken, right? We don't have to be low fused. We don't have to be high tempered. Those are all facades that we believe, things that aren't true. But if we work every day, we can change those. So today, everybody, on a Monday, for the rest of the week, I'm asking you, can you break whatever path you're on that's not good? Everybody's on some sort of path that they can change quickly, right? Break the pattern and change. Thank you for listening, everyone. This is your host, Jordan. I don't think I ever said that, but if you tuned in this long, now you know. Thanks for watching all the crazy things I did this week. Be ready for next week for the third podcast. Make sure to like this if you thought it was kind of funny or cool. Hit the subscribe if you want more. And check out all the different things that we have. And check out the music by Backpack Boy Beats. Pretty cool stuff. Have a great week, guys, and kick Monday's butt. Peace.